Hi everyone, welcome to Linda's Creative Life. Thank you for joining me today. I am working on my new watercolors and I am making a swatch. I've already swatched the other palette and I'm letting it dry. And I've done most of this because it's pretty boring watching somebody just do this. But I wanted to show you a little bit of how it's done. Now, this one did not come with a pre-printed swatch thing, so I just measured it out, the length and width, and then, oops, I'm making a mess on it, and then I just, counted how many and made some little sections, and then I have been just swatching the paint, and this is what I do. Just get a tiny bit of water on my brush, get a little bit of the paint, and just swatch it on here so you can get an idea of what it looks like. And then I do the next one. Now, as you can see, this one has some really interesting colors in it. I would definitely say that this palette, and this is the larger palette that I bought, the Xylem watercolor pigment 48 colors. I would definitely say that this is student grade. Its pigments are not bad, but I wouldn't say that it is really, a high grade of watercolor. But then you got this for, under $15, and that's a great buy. So I try to make it so that I can tell the color, and if I have a lot of water and maybe not as much water, so you can see the intensity of the browns. Yeah, I pick all the brown shades to show you. But there you go. That's kind of a mustardy yellow. It's interesting. And how it would, and as it dries, maybe you can see how it would layer. Here's a gray. I didn't get very much water on that. And you can see as oh, that's more of a silver, I think, almost than a gray. But that's pretty. That's a pretty color. I could see that very much in landscapes, clouds, to give them some different color and texture. And here's another gray. That one is a lot browner, has a lot more brown in it. And then the very last one is, I'm thinking it's black, and it is. So a lot of these sets have a black and a white. That's the number one up here in the corner. And as you can tell, I am using my my little thing I got from Temu, my water container. I really like it. So this is my swatch, and as they dry, of course, the colors change, and you can tell the intensity. This one was very pale no matter how much I tried, so it just doesn't have a lot of pigment, but it's a really, really pretty soft blue. So what I would do is, once I let that dry, I would just include it in my palette, close it up. Now, you never want to close up your watercolors until they've all dried. That way you don't get any mold or, things growing on your paints. And usually they dry within just a couple of hours. I mean, at the most. So this is the one I did before. This was the, what did they call these? The ocean colors. And you can see these are quite deeper in depth, more pigment to them, more intense. And these are quite beautiful. I really like these shades of gray down here, and black, kind of a blue-black. Really, really pretty. So I really am pleased with all these colors. I think they're just really, really fun. And the price on them is just awesome. So I would recommend this as a good beginner palette. Let's see how some do when we mix them. Let me get, we'll put that away because this one is just stunning. I think we would really, really like that. So let's take this scrap of paper from where I made the swatch, and let's take a brush. I know we got some nasty water here, but that's okay. And we'll just play a little bit. I want to see if we wanted to make, let's see, let's take some of this. This is a very bright green. And then let's add some, let's add this gray to it and see what we get. Let's see if we can make a little, look at that. It's very interesting, and you can mix it as much as you want. So let's see what kind of color we made. That's pretty. You know, it's really different than the two separate colors. This is just the green. So I think we gave it more depth. Yeah, you can tell that these are definitely student grade. The it's hard to mix them. The pigments are not. You're going to need a lot more paint than I have been used to using. I love to mix colors. It's just fun. You never know what you're going to get. So let's do that. Let's add a little of this goldy yellow to it and see what we get. Ooh, yeah. We'll just mix it up in this corner and see. And you can get some variegated if the colors aren't mixing. You can pick up on your brush a couple of different colors, and when you do, you get some variegated looks. Now see how there's water and this is flowing over here into each other. Let's try this pink. You know, I am a pink girl. So let's see what we get with this pink. We'll just try a little bit of the pink. See, it's a pretty bubblegummy pink. So if you know your color wheel, which I'm not fabulous at, but if you know your color wheel and you know that you can mix a blue and pink, you're probably going to get more of a purple. That I think is just the pink. There we go. And I made a purple. I'm not sure it's that pretty. I probably like the purples they already made. But that just shows you what you can do. So this is a fun little set. Yeah, this is a fun little set just to play with. So they have sets ranging all different price points. They have one that on Temu that I have purchased before on a different site, and when I saw it on Temu, I was like, wow, that's great. That will be really, really pretty. And let's put a little blue and a little green and see what we get. These don't mix as well as I would like to see them mix, but they do mix. That just darkened the green a little bit, the blue. So I would definitely say to get 48 colors for this price point. This was a good set. See, I got ink all over myself. You have to be careful that these pans are not in here well and they're not marked. So what I'm going to do is go through and glue them down so they don't get out of order. But let's go ahead and use this a little bit so you can see the different in intensity of these colors. Let's put that over there to try to dry. This one is so pretty. Look at this. See, these have so much pigment in them, and that makes a big difference in in the painting, that this will be a lot more sheer and these will be a lot more solid color. I know that's not the right word. There we go. So see, I put a lot of water on that one. So you see how pale that is. And if I was to pick up a lot more paint, not as much water, same color, just a lot more intense. You can also like layer on top, watch it flow a little bit, and see how it looks. That's a fun with these watercolors too. So I am excited to show you these watercolor palettes that I purchased from Temu, and I hope that you might be interested in them. And I am just excited to show you, and I will be playing even more with these. Thanks everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.